Hey everybody, how's it going? So thanks for joining us. We are touring your versions of Dismayland, and this one is by PoetrySlam78. So that we're not wasting any time, details of the competition, the link to the park file, and also what we're going to be doing are in the description and in the community tab. So without further ado, let's start this tour. So welcome to Dystopian Hell. We've got the one coaster in this park. It's going to kill you. It's going to be an interesting ride when we get to it. We've got one that's still under construction. There's no custom audio, no custom stuff like that, but there's plenty of TMTK that's loaded with this park, so I've got some new items to play with. Hooray. There's a story that comes with this one as well, which I'll go into in a moment, but beforehand, there's no rule breaking on the outside here, and on the inside with the tickets, I don't think there's any changes that have happened. So the ticket area is exactly as we left it. So is the gift shop, and if I just quickly spin around this way and go down towards the restaurant. Come on, come on, come on. Nothing changing down here either. Now, we're going to come out into the main park area because there is a story that comes with this one. If you have been following Poet over on Twitch, you would have seen this park being built as part of the live streams, and I'm really glad to actually that she has. It's been quite fun to watch. But of course, I need to stay completely unbiased, but it's going to be a little bit difficult because you can probably see my logo in the park. So the idea behind this is that it started off its life with a proper beautiful park being planned, and you can see it in here with the very interesting sculpture that we've got here and a couple of food units and stuff, and it started off really well, and then it was discovered that the owners had actually started to embezzle money and they couldn't finish the park. So what then happened was a couple of very talented YouTubers that you may recognize have come along, have sponsored the park, have injected some money, but actually there's not a lot that's going on with the park, and now they're just there to collect the views and the whatever that comes off the back of the advertising and not actually do anything towards it. I mean, it's pretty reflective, right? It's pretty much how YouTube works. So that's the story behind this one. So we're going to have a look at all of the dystopia mess that Poets come together. This is unfinished by design, so this is finished unfinished. So we're going to start down here. We've got ourselves a merry-go-round. I love how this has been put together. I mean, this would have been one of the items that had been placed intentionally and they'd spent money on. I love how the fence interacts with the flower beds and everything. And then, of course, you've got the queue area, I think is here, right? So yeah, so the queue area comes around this way and you sort of gather in this area. There's no formulated queue or whatever, and you just gather in this area. When the ride has stopped, you just board and then you exit this way back out into this plaza. I really like this plaza as well. This plaza is the kind of thing that you would see in a real life park. It's just really lovely. You've got the fake planter and the trees just creating some shade, and you've got pies. This is such an awesome stall. I love how this is put together. It just looks so good. And I don't know if I had the cakes and stuff already in TMTK, but I'm so glad I got them now because yoink, I'm totally robbing this. So you've then got some flowers and stuff just to kit it out. There's my massive logo. Apparently I've got my own billboard, and it's custom created as well, so it's made out of Theme Maker's Toolkit items. I think it's probably beams and stuff like that, so it's really nicely put together. Then we've got a food unit, food shack. This is kitted out. Oh, there's a bit of... Oh, it's the toilets as well. So yeah, of course you're going to put food next to toilets. Why wouldn't you? And this is typical Poet style. This is really lovely. Like I like how this has been put together. So I know there's a load of hidden stuff in here as well that I need to try and find. So we've got Jones's barbecue and foot massage. God, pip shot water and just stuff. Yeah, and then we've got a backstage area. So what park of Poets is not complete without, or is complete without, a backstage area that takes up a massive amount of space? Then we've got a Ferris wheel in the middle because absolutely you need a Ferris wheel in a park. But what I do like about this though is that we've got this really lovely flower bed. There's a lot of time and effort that's been put into this, and I wish my flower beds looked even half as good as these, because I just tend to throw them down in completely random order and just hope for the best. But Poet actually puts some really nice attention to detail in all of the flower beds and stuff. So Yeah, it's cool. And then we've got a really nice queue here. I mean, if this was finished, if this was a park that had been finished, I can imagine this would be like the crown of the entire area. And Poet, if you are watching, I wonder if you're going to actually finish it and see see what comes off the back of it. They've got chair swing, using the same style of fencing as we have over on the merry-go-round, but very interesting colours. Love the colour clash combination, the blue and yellow. I love my blue and yellows together anyway, so it's good. Now, I really like this. I know like this is supposed to be a bit of a joke entry, and it's supposed to be a bit dystopian and stuff, but this food stall is amazing. It looks really, really good. It looks exactly as a food stall would, and it's semi-functional as well, and I like that. So we've got an actual churro stand here, and then we've got some fake stuff that's coming on here. You would have seen me use a very similar technique in Tignani Gardens when I did the Planet Zoo series, so this is quite a nice little thing to see, and it's double-sided as well, so you can actually go the other side and order and whatever. So yeah, this is really nice. I'm chuffed that you've put this into the park. Then we've got a coaster that's under construction, so it would of course be a boomerang. What park like this is going to be complete without a boomerang? But it's nice that you've actually put together a construction scene to give it a bit of story to it. And then you've got the digger and stuff. I don't know if these are actually made. Are these made by you, or are they off the workshop? I don't know. But either way, look, it's just using all of the cogs and stuff from the main game. It's just so beautifully crafted and so well put together. It's something different because it's not a functional park. It's still a facsimile and a diorama of a park using all sorts of stuff. And then we've got Be Nice, or I don't even know if I can read some of these out. So yeah, anyway, then we're going to come back down this way, and we've just got mess. Like we've just got all this mess, and it just looks so good. It's like just all of this stuff that's flowing out of recycle bins, and it's just beautifully messy. It's just disgusting, and I love it. And then we've got loads of shack shelters and construction area and this sort of stuff. Just mess, unfinished, perfection. It's great. And then we've got a former unit that's sitting here, so it's like whatever. it's just here. It says, please pardon our appearance. This area is being refurbished for your enjoyment. I think this is TMTK. This didn't load with custom audio, custom imagery. So, yoink! I'm totally stealing that for a future project. Then we've got a couple of lorries in here, and they're building some stuff on this coaster. So we're going to come over to this coaster now. It is unfinished, but I have done a POV of this in its entirety. This one is called the Mild Mouse, and do you know what? There is nothing mild about this Mild Mouse. Do you know what? I'm just going to shut up. I'm just going to let the POV do the talking. That thing is designed to kill you. There is no two ways about it. It's just fast, hideous. I actually had to check when I recorded the POV. I had to check that I hadn't put that onto a faster setting accidentally, by pressing the numbers on the keypad. But you can see it is genuinely that fast. Poet, this coaster is going to kill people, and I think that might be your intention. So you're a sadist. Okay, so we're going to come over to this way. We've got some more clutter and we've got some more stuff. Now, if you are a fan of Poet's channel, you'll know that she absolutely loves creating playgrounds in Planet Coaster. So this is paying homage to the fact that this is what she does. By the way, this isn't any kind of sponsored submission or anything like that. This isn't like to promote the channel. This is just pointing you in the direction of Poet's other pieces of work. So yeah, this is I love I love the playgrounds and stuff, and this is just a dystopian broken playground, and it just looks great. It's like, well, we tried to finish it and we didn't finish it, so it's now just a mess, and you're going to have to deal with it. So then we've got Starflyer. This is put down intentionally, and this actually, what drew my attention here is this really interesting use of fence. I'm totally stealing this technique. I'd never thought of putting the wooden fence the other way before to create pillars and posts. So yoink, I'm stealing that idea, and yeah, it's good. It's good, and I love the rose effect as well that you've got here. It's like, this is the type of thing you would see in this kind of park, even if it was operational. You would see this kind of effect in here, and then of course it is open. The park is open. They're trying to get money from people, so here you go. here's a food store that's been put in on a truck, and it is what it is. But then we've also got some other food stalls. Now these are so well put together. These are just perfect as vans and trucks. Like, this is exactly what you'd see in this kind of space, because they couldn't finish building the actual buildings that are behind it. Look, so we're going with food trucks that are sitting in the front, and then we just apple some plants around to make it look good. So this is, yeah, this is so good. And then we've also got just the Insanity ride over here. We are almost finished with this one, so we've got some foliage and we've got some actual decorating and kitting out and stuff that's going on here. So this would have been put down when the park was in its full entirety, but yeah, it's put down here. And then of course, if you don't get this reference, then you really need to do some research into our good friend Moomin Little Socks. Confetti please, Jerry. No, that's not how he sounds at all. But yeah, this is a very famous phrase, and I actually caught the end of the stream when this was being put together. So this was quite nice to see. So guys, this is Poets Park from the top. There's not really much to see on this one because it is a bit of a joke entry. It is what it is. It's a broken dystopian park that was never opened, and people have just invested money to embezzle it again. So why not? Why not? It's great. So guys, if you want this one to win, you know what you need to do. The details and everything are below. Thank you so much for getting to the end of this tour, and I think we should go for another tour. I'll see you for it.